tonight on BBC One. At 7 o'clock, Tomorrow's World includes a look at the dangers of driving.
Barry, I've commandeered a vehicle.
The old trick, eh? Eat the telly before I get a chance to nick you.
It's a toaster.
Talik, you have been defeated. Surrender. You have failed.
Insufficient data.
Nazi ain't got no humanity. They're the foot soldiers of a Jew-hating, mass-murdering maniac, and they need to be destroyed. That's why any and every sumbitch we find wearing a Nazi uniform, they're gonna die.
Is this world protected? But you're not the first lot to have come here. Oh, there have been so many. And what you've got to ask is, what happened to them? Hello. I'm the doctor.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, yes, indeed. Good evening, good morning. I hope you're doing well. Yes, Matt Smith is the doctor. He just is the doctor. I mean, that's just he filled the role completely, and I say that literally every time I see him. And the more time that goes where he hasn't returned to the role, the more respect I have for him for it. Right? It's really wild, right? But it's very clever. It's perhaps one of his only good career moves ever, because he has been like he is the kiss of death to like most movies. Yeah, he was in Star Wars. He was cut out. I think, thank God for that. He was in. I mean, what's the one? Rise of Skywalker. Or I can't even remember. I think he was supposed to be playing a Palpatine clone, wasn't he? I think. And Terminator, like whatever. He kept getting commented. Oh, that's going to be good. I'll check that out. And that worked with the Crown. Not so much anything else he did. It's bizarre, right? And now he's just kind of like a character actor. He really is. He's kind of like a latter-day Patrick Troughton, right? Because he's one of the only. Oh yeah, when I think of he's a character actor. He goes and does characters, and it's kind of interesting doing that. Like I think the Doctor was probably closer to him than was it the Targaryen bloke from Game of Thrones? I tell you, when is that coming back? Is that next year? Man, everything takes so long to make, and I don't understand why. Right? Honestly, with AI, I don't understand why at all. I don't have time to do this, but I would love to do my own special effects for Enlightenment, because they're really easy to do now with AI, right? You could easily make the boats in space and the specific boats that you want, and then you can easily animate them, right? And have them blow up and do whatever you want, right? It's crazy, right? And I think that I'm chomping at the bit. I want 5 years in the future to be here now, because I don't know. That sounds like it's going to be pretty, pretty darn cool. What's going to be a Doctor Who in 5 years in the future? I really don't know. I really don't know. We're probably in a wilderness years, right? And I think people are just finally they're realizing it, and there's like this anger, right? What stage of grief is anger? Yeah, wait one second. Let's look this up. Because they're mad at Rossi Davidson right now. 1 second. Stages of grief. The grief. Let's have a look. You have. Oh, they're only at the first stage. Oh no, they did denial. That's over. Now that anger. Then they're going to be at bargaining next. Like maybe this could happen. Maybe that could happen. It could come back. Oh, it could come back. Come back. And then after a year or two of that, they realize it won't. And then it'll be depression and then acceptance. But man, Look, God bless you. I love everyone, but I'm going to be really glad to get the identity politics-driven weirdos out of fandom, right? And they're going to go just like the Jodie ones went. You know, I mean, how many Jodie ones are left? I really don't know. I can't imagine Big Finish is selling much right now. It's just beyond me. I can't imagine at all. I feel bad for them. They're like trapped in the past. It's a shame. They used to be the future. Now they're trapped in the past. I think their time has come and gone. Quite frankly. You know what I was surprised about though? I've been wrong about a lot of things. You know what I was surprised about? Before the show's day, I watched the first episode of season 3 of Star Trek: Strange New Worlds. Now, I went into it with a lot of negativity. Right, yeah, genuinely a lot of negative. I love the first season of Strange New Worlds, right? I love the aesthetic. That really kind of won me over big time. I just thought it was beautiful, right? And I to me, it was it was obviously not in the same. What's the word I'm looking for? In the same universe, yeah, for want of a better word. Not in the same universe as the original series. I mean, like, you know, Transport Chief Kyle was an Irish bloke, wasn't he? And now he's a short little Asian guy. Like, well, no, obviously, and everything was different. It's obviously a separate universe. Well, the way I looked at it, it was somebody else's riff on Star Trek, which I that's what I've always wanted, right? I've always that's the best way I think to manage Star Trek as a franchise right now is to like, yeah, because Quentin Tarantino Star Trek. So I'd love to see Quentin Tarantino. I don't want him to use up his last movie doing Star Trek, but I would like him to do a season, like a 6-episode season. Right, that would be awesome. But I'd like to see, like, I don't know, Christopher Nolan's Star Trek, right? I like to see these great creative talents take on Star Trek, which is how I looked at the first season, right? And I also like this episodic format. It was borderline woke, but I like the characters, generally speaking. And then they killed off my favorite character at the end of the first season while they're building up the Gorn as the villain. I was like, and the Gorn I didn't think was really working. It was too much, right? So then the second season came, and I think they really destroyed themselves because it was just way too many women, all of them annoying. And like together they filmed like this critical mass of irritating. Oh, and it was like it went from like 20 to 30% women to 70 to 80% women, and it was just no. That makes a difference. That makes it into a chick show, right? Also, they jettisoned the episodic, TV Star Trek. My daughter's calling. 1 second. Hello. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. But there's not going to be any chopped liver outside for me tomorrow, though. Do you want to go after you go to the doctor? I'll see if I can talk your mother into it. Listen, I've talked to him doing weirder things. Let me tell you. Better not. What? I'm downstairs on a live stream. Go to YouTube. You can see me. Bye, my darling. Doink. What's it? Star Trek. Yeah, sorry. I was talking about Star Trek. I apologize. So, yeah, way too much women. Way too much cackling women. Oh. I didn't mind 10 forward in like, 100 years before Next Gen. But fill it with cackling bloody women on a hen night every night. I'm like, oh, leave me alone. No. Right? And they went for much more cinematic Star Trek, which I don't think really works at all. And they really butcher some of their great characters. I love the Doctor. He's a great actor, by the way, that guy. I've seen him in a few things now. I really like that actor. What's that? Every time I see him in something, I go, who is that? That guy's really interesting. I'm like, oh, it's like the guy, I'm rewatching Peacemaker right now. because I'm on a James Gunn roll, right? I really enjoy Superman. You know how much I enjoyed it? I wanted to watch very traditional Superman that wasn't Christopher Reeve, but like Superman, like from the comic book, which is how I felt that the 2005 movie, that 2025 movie we just saw, really kind of like, it scratched that itch, right? It was good. That's what got me into it. So I was like, well, I can't, I don't really want to watch Smallville. I want to watch Superman being Superman doing Superman-y shit, right? I don't know, not Lois and Clark. It's a bit too dated. The costume, I mean, look, Terry Hatcher was good, but it's very 90s, right? And not Superman and Lois was good, but that was like moving the story along. No, I want to see Prime Superman being Prime Superman. I really enjoyed that. But I thought, wait, what about the animated series, the Paul Dini one? So I was like, oh yeah, they did like a bunch of Supermans. Because I got the box set of Batman animated adventures, and I was like, oh man, maybe I should check out the Superman ones. I looked on Apple, and they have the entire box set for $25. I'm like, I'm sorry, that's reasonable. 25. And normally I prefer physical media, right? But $25 I thought was fine for like 4 seasons of that, and there was some good stuff in there. Anyway, sorry, I'm talking about Star Trek. That really wasn't a review of Superman. That was a review of I like the ease and the pricing of Apple. Anyway, I digress. So anyway, I didn't like the second season. I didn't like how they went for cinematic Star Trek. I thought they really ruined the character of both the Doctor and Nurse Chapel. I thought were some of the best characters in season 1, and just way too many women, and just it grated on me, right? And so when he got to the season finale, hegemony with introducing the Gorn, I didn't really care. I like the guy who played Mr. Scott they brought in. I thought he was actually really rather good, right? So I watched the first episode of season 3 today. Not expecting much, right? Genuinely not expecting much at all. I expected to dislike it, right? But, it's my duty. I watch it so I can talk about it here. And I finished watching it and went, that was an enjoyable 47 minutes of TV that by and large felt like Star Trek. It felt like a episode 2 of a season cliffhanger, right? It didn't feel like cinematic Star Trek. It felt like television Star Trek when it was being large, when it was being cinematic. Like that one where, in season 7, they did a couple of them. And season 6, season 7, they did one where Picard's like undercover as a art thief or something like that. And they kidnapped him with a phaser gun thing. I don't know. But then that one, right? But it still felt like it was within the bounds of their television budget, because obviously it was. Anyway, so and I saw the next episode as a standalone one. Look, there's 10 episodes a season. They 10% of the season's been good so far. Maybe the universe is healing. I don't know. I don't want to tell you. I expected it to be shit. I did. I really did, and it was actually enjoyable. I'm somewhat surprised by that. Right? I think the Superman movie being enjoyable was a good thing, and I think the advances in AI that we're seeing is. Generally speaking, just gonna be good stuff, man. Here, check this out. Again, it's not 100% there. I would say this is 95% there in terms of AI. And it actually brings an interesting question up. Do you recast Luke Skywalker, or do you just AI, face swap him? so it looks like this. I mean, this looks real to me. I don't know.
I'll be okay, old friend.
I honestly, I think this is really, really working. I don't think this is VO3, right? Which is where I think things are going to get crazy. But I think this is really working. And this you can all do with open art, right? Which is just image generation and mild animation. Now, the lip sync earlier must have been VO3. I think that's the only engine that can do it.
Peace is a lie, there is only passion. Through passion I gain strength. Through strength I gain power.
I wonder who's doing the voice.
Through power I gain victory. Through victory my chains are broken. The force shall free me.
I felt your call.
Without grasping the profound truth of power,
I think this is VO3.
Your new Jedi Order shall crumble into shadows as it did before.
See, again, the thing that really excites me more than anything else, and actually I think, who knows, my schedule's worked out that I'm actually having a bit more free time right now. Maybe I might start writing. I've been wanting to do it for ages, right? But once you get over the being breathtaken by the ability to create this, it then rests on the ability of the storyteller. And most of the things we see have been a bit naff, right? But that's what I like about it, that it's going to be good stories are going to win, right? That's really the bottom line. Good stories are going to win. I'm wading through is a much better word, the Companion Chronicles, right? Because I was quite disappointed in the last Stephen Noonan First Doctor release. It was it just was the weakest one they've done, and the Stephen Noonan First Doctor series they do. The gold they have there, the gold that they made there is his Doctor companion relationship with Lauren Cornelius playing Dodo. But they have this real genuine chemistry between them. And it's so archetypal Doctor Who that even though his performance is very, very accurately William Hartnell, but he doesn't sound exactly because he has different shaped larynx and stuff, whatever. But yeah, and so they really moved away from that in the last one. And he did say in the comments, I promise the Companion Chronicles is going to be good. So it took me a few weeks to listen to the first story, which was read out by Maureen O'Brien. And it was an okay story. It's just nothing to write home about, right? And now we're in a story read by Carol Ann Ford. And it's okay, but it's not really engaging me. I want to hear Stephen Doonan and bloody Laura Cornelius together. That's what I want to hear. I was just oh, God, waiting to get this agony. It really genuinely is. Anyway, back to this.
Just an endless cycle of masters and apprentices betraying each other. Your rule of two isn't power.
The rule of two distills the Sith to their purest form, one to embody ultimate strength.
This must be some the Old Republic thing, or some somebody knows what's going on because I don't.
Strength, another driven by relentless desire. Without conflict, strength fades.
Real strength doesn't require betrayal to prove oneself.
It was not the Jedi who forged your father's strength, but the moment he dared to forsake them, he became powerful when he chose himself over their hollow creed.
Yeah, you can see him looping the clips.
My father followed your path.
I don't think this is VO3. I think this has been run through several things. I think it's I think it was open art, created the images, and then animated them, and then there's some kind of lip sync software that's doing the lip sync.
In the end, he found true strength when he turned away.
And the voices are 11 Labs.
From power ending your cycle.
Your father's redemption was temporary. His legacy remains rooted in darkness. It's your legacy too.
The dark side couldn't hold my father, and it won't hold me.
Confidence is easily shattered, Skywalker. Remember this moment when your legacy betrays you. One day, the darkness you deny will rise from within your own blood.
You're wrong.
Your light casts a long shadow.
See, I'm bored. I have to tell you, I mean, this looks fantastic, but I'm bored.
Remember these words when your own blood proves your greatest darkness.
Yeah, I love to see somebody like animate. There's things that have been written well. Like that, what was that show? What was that game? It where you're Vader's secret apprentice. That was great. What game was that? And you had this whole like backstory. You're like one of the last. You were nearly in the Jedi Temple. Here, 1 second. Darth Vader. By the way, we're thinking my grandfather name. We're trying to work out what name my son is pregnant. My son's daughter's pregnant, I should say. With twins. Looking forward to that. Come Christmas. And we're trying to work out what the my grandfather name would be. I wanted to see Zeta is a name that my father had. So I quite like that. My kids didn't like it, so they ended up with Zadar instead of Zeta. Zadar is in Darth Vader. Was it Force Unleashed? Like, yeah, somebody should it takes something that's written well and then adapt it with AI into a movie. I think that will probably be the way to go.
I look forward to seeing your faith shattered.
Yeah. So you're seeing the abilities and the disabilities of AI. It's not long. I've been saying that for a few years, but it's not long. I am looking forward to it, right? I am genuinely speaking looking forward to it. What should we do? Should we have I was going to look at SFX magazine before the chat, and I also want to look at the Alien trailer, because I've watched the Alien Earth trailer several times on this channel, and they're always fake. This one is a real trailer, right? It's coming out soon. I'm really kind of looking forward to it. So you know what? Let's do that. Let's watch the Alien trailer, and then we'll do the chat, and then we'll do SFX. How about that? That sounds like a good plan. Anything else funny? Oh, we got that to look at as well. Got to keep busy. Anyway, I am so shocked that Star Trek was pretty darn good. I like Star Trek. Didn't see that coming. I genuinely did not see that coming, ladies and gentlemen. I found that shocking. So, Alien trailer.
If I'm not human, what am I?
Did you even think about...
Again, I like Noah Hawley a lot. Noah Hawley is, I think, a real genuine talent. He's done a lot of good work. Jewish writer, and very interested in his Jewish origins, which I think is the reason why I like him. He did Fargo, which I found to be excellent. He's had a few misses as well. I would love to hear what his take on the. He was hired to do a Star Trek script. I'd love to hear what that was. Right? What else has he done? Fargo, Lucy in the Sky. Never saw that, but it got terrible reviews. And then Legion, which was fantastic. Right? Legion. I just love that. What else has he done? So Fargo. Now he's doing Alien Earth. So I think the pedigree of doing both Fargo and Legion are I think it's a pretty good pedigree, frankly. Legion was excellent. If you haven't seen it, I really recommend it. It's just a weird tribute show. So yeah, he went to do Star Trek. I have no idea what that pitch was. Maybe find it. Noah Hawley Star Trek. Noah Hawley Star Trek. See, he talks. I got as far as I did with a wholly original idea, and somebody said, "Wait a minute, what are we doing with this valuable IP? Just giving it him to make up a story?" Yeah, that was the plan. Oh, let me think. What I found with Star Trek is that's not how corporate filmmaking works. So if the call came to do a big franchise again, it would be a sense of we want you to do your version of it. So I would love to heard what his version is. Anyway, but so look, he's made his chops, right? He's a good storyteller. He knows sci-fi. He seems an authentic person. This show looks like it's very much set in the Alien universe. Question is, when is it set? Is this set post the Prometheus stuff? Is Prometheus in a different universe? No, I like the Prometheus stuff, and honestly, I wish they employed Ridley Scott to do his last Prometheus movie as like a mini-series or a TV show. That would be awesome, right? Was it Paradise Lost or whatever? I like both Prometheus and Covenant. I thought they were strong. I mean, like, the only alien stuff that... Okay, what's the real alien stuff? I guess Aliens... I like them. I love the original cut of the David Fincher one, Alien Cubed. Alien Resurrection, I thought, was probably the weakest. And then everything after that, forget it. Until Prometheus, which again I liked a lot. I found that a very interesting, an interesting movie to watch, and I like Covenant as well. I'm very sorry that they didn't finish that story. So I don't know where this takes place, though. Mike, I think it takes place in somewhere in the Covenant timeline. I think. I don't know. But around, I think people are still dressing. Although people wore business suits and Aliens, so I don't know. They're very 80s business suits.
Was it blue skies from Earth?
I mean, look, it very, very calls back to the first Alien movie. What's the name? What's that actor's name? Kyoto is his last. I can't remember.
Did you see it from your
This ship collected specimens. 5 new life forms from distant planets.
Again, look, I'm on. If you like Alien, this is much more Alien than Alien. What's that last movie they did? Romulus, right? This is much more authentically Alien, because I think something you need for it to be an Alien property is innovation. Right, and Romulus, well, it was more like an alien ride in a theme park where you hit all the alien best bits, but like it didn't have any innovation to it. I felt it was very. I had less innovation than a good Aliens video game. A good Alien video game is Alien Isolation. Wow, that's a good game. Great story, right? But yeah, you need innovation, and this looks like it has it.
Monsters.
We don't lock them down, it will be too late.
Yeah, I'm on board for that. I am 100% on board for that. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna get it on Disney Plus as well. So there you go. I think it looks good. Genuinely, I think it looks good. I hope it is good. Man, I like things being good. Right? We don't get enough good stuff. Let's have a look at SFX magazine, then we will get to the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Where we go over here. Doink. What about like SFX? I get a feeling is on the bubble, right? It's nearly done. That's really the impression I get. They're like this circulating for everything is dwindling. Fine, we see Alien Earth on the cover. Weapons, is this the scariest movie there? I haven't seen. See, a lot of stuff I just don't watch. Stranger Things, they just bought a trailer for it. Eyes of Wakanda, why? Why? I know what you did last summer. Wasn't watching that movie. That's for bloody sure. Twisted Metal. No idea. Never heard of it. Star Trek. It's good. Black Mirror. Good. Birthright. Don't know. 2008. Love it. Or loved it before it went away. Maybe it's going to come back in. Godzilla. Or again, I still say Godzilla -1, one of the best movies in the last few years. Now, I don't know what that. I this is what good. I don't live in England. I will buy that. How much is it? I want my floating Vader head. Now, how much is that? Darth Vader floats in midair. Hang on. It is 6 inches, so it's a teeny tiny thing in height. Base measures 7 inches. Or centimeter, and then diameter and 9. So, how much is it? Yes, please send me my floaty Darth Vader head because I'm totally an adult and can be. What? Oh, what? Strong demand is expected with the Darth Vader levitating helmet. By who? Who is expecting this strong demand? Is accompanied by a certificate of authenticity. Really? It's really a floating Darth Vader helmet. Yeah, no, 100%. You might think it's a floating Boba Fett helmet, but no, fuck that. It's a floating Darth motherfucking Vader helmet, right? This is available just 5 interest-free payments of $43.99. That's £219 plus another tenner for packing. Look, for that fucking money, Darth Vader should come over and give me a fucking hand job. At least get a finger up my ass. What the hell? £219? Oh, it lights up. Well, that will make sense then. £219? What the fuck is wrong with you? Behave. Yeah, I'm confused too, mate. I'm confused too. I don't know. Okay. 290, really? I'm kind of incensed by that. I'm so glad this guy changed his picture. Oh, it's really annoying me. Can I have access, please? Access is nice. Toxic Adventure was so much fun. Was so much more fun than I expected. 20 years later, I didn't expect to be moved by it. I mean, it got woke in the middle. Faith and the Poem Boots becoming a horror anthem over 100 years later. Rants. Even if you don't like the current iteration of film, show, comic, isn't it great that it's still active? Not really. No, I'm glad Doctor Who was cancelled. Right, rather than being like the corpse of being constantly raped by Russell T Davies. Yeah, I'm glad it's been cancelled and not left on the shelf. So no, better be left on the shelf with some fucking dignity. Watching Hammer's first 2 Quatermass movies has given me a hunger for more Nigel Neal, I should say. Time to watch ITV show starring John Mills. That's pretty darn good. He's going to Paris in October. Naturally, when I first was looking up the location of the Count Scarloden Chateau, turns out they're still not back in situ after being removed while the buildings have been being restored. Well, there you go. Bah. Getting through as many versions of the Christmas Carol as possible has become an annual tradition. So, very excited that Robert Eggers' take. Will it have the Muppets? Oh, I like the Muppets Christmas Carol. So 2008 sci-fi special cover is the thing of beauty. It is actually. I'll pull that up. It really does look cool. Very, very traditional. Man, that's a nice statue. Where is it? Yeah, we accept all the bloody cook. There you go. Can I zoom in? Yeah, that is just a cool cover. Got Johnny Alf, got Strontium Dog, Chris Weston, right? I might get this. Then you took me out of it by putting me out in it. For Future Shock. More Future Shocks. Acting Company investigates Strontium Dog. Who's doing the art on it now? Man, he's trying too hard to be A squeezer, and he's not. Nice cover though. It is a nice cover. What's the latest copy of 2000 they look like? Because I don't know, like it got to the point where again everything was chicks, right? Everything was always chicks. Well, again, I like they're doing these. Man, it's expensive though. Look at that, £40 for this annual. I mean, nice cover and all, but £40 for an annual. Annuals were generally speaking kind of shit, as I recall. Right, you just got them because your mom got them for you, which is, thank you for that. 2000 AD. Is this it? Let's see what's in July 16th prog. Just Dredd, break it up, and I'll find you creeps. What? Break it up, I'll find you. I'll find. So you got Just Dredd. The Thrillers, that's not bad. Azimuth, a band about. I have no idea what Azimuth is. Scarlet Tracer, I'm glad they bought Scott. What's Azimuth? It doesn't even tell me. Oh, whatever. Maybe they're coming out of their slump as well. Looking forward to seeing Mick Moranis back on the scene, but Muse at Spaceballs is what got him back. Well, I like that actually. So I don't know if he's going to direct the next Bond movie. Not my choice. Love Blade Runner 2049 when. While Dune left me cold, I'm certainly intrigued to see how a talent like his tackled 007. It's very true. Certainly hit the passing of Peter David. Yeah, it is. His Incredible Hulk run was must read for me in the 90s. Great Star Trek comics too. I don't think I read a Star Trek comics. I've got to go check this out. Who knew they? Okay, I can't stand Tara Bennett, frankly. LA wokey weirdo. So again, this is another Outlander thing. So I am based on Jamie McCrimmon. We're gonna finger the terrible Zordon. Oh no, Jamie. What's this? What is this? Married actors Dave Franco and Alison Brie play out the midlife couple fears director Michael J. together. All right, yeah, she's the one from. She's been a few. I like Alison Brie. I'm never going to say it. Go away. Who's writing this? Red shirts. It's kind of a fun idea. Who's writing this? Chris Cantwell. Never heard of him. That is kind of a fun idea. Right? They always get killed at the end. Graphic novel coming based on U.S. Callisto. Who's writing that? From Black Mirror. Who's writing that? I'm just trying to scan through it. So the artist is the guy who did Paradise Tales for Cutaway Comics. Arrives on Kickstarter this month. Twisted. Sanju, Free Comic Day, showcasing their work in progress. Series 3, January, the adaptation of the Twisted Comics, Neil Gibson art. Okay. I don't know. It doesn't look that good, quite frankly. So we've got an Outlander prequel, sequel, spin-off. I don't know. I stopped watching after like the second or third year. I can't remember. How do you feel about the thought? Rick Moranis is back. John Bernthal is going to be in Spider-Man, which I think is a good idea. John Bernthal is playing Punisher in Spider-Man. Russell Crowe is Ramirez, apparently, in Highlander. James Gunn says Sergeant Rock movie is still moving forward. It was Colin Farrell, or was it Daniel Craig? And then it was Colin Farrell? I can't remember. I think Colin Farrell's probably better than Daniel. Daniel Craig actually would be pretty good. I hate to say. Mia Goth is joining Ryan Gosling in Sean Levy's Star Wars Starfighter movie. Look, I'm optimistic. Again, I've really been reawakened to Star Wars. I think the culture war's over. I think that's what's happening. I think my body is naturally reacting to the culture war being over, and I'm enjoying I'm enjoying Star Wars again, quite frankly. right? I think when we look back, we're just going to see an era of things that nobody's ever going to watch again. If they're smart, they'll put it in its own little tab, all right? But I think moving forward, I think they're going to make things work. I don't think they're making the Ryan. They admitted they're not making the Ryan Johnson trilogy, right? They're not making the Ray movie. I mean, come on. Directed by what? Obda Chimba Joy or whatever her bloody name was. Please, give me a break. I think the culture war's over. I mean, we're still going to get woke shit, but it's dying out. It's over. The culture war is over. That's what I'm saying. If they're doing another Incredibles, that's really a bad idea. It was a bad idea to do Incredibles 2, actually, as I think. Best is directed to me making a big screen Twilight. That's a bad idea. And Nora's Mickey Manson replaces Sydney Sweeney for the Mask of the Red. Oh, now we've got to look her up. Whoa. Who? Mickey Madison. Mickey Madison. That she does not look like a Sydney Sweeney replacement to me. Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, I don't know. I'm sure I've seen her in something. What's she been in? Oh, she was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I remember from that. Yeah, there you go. Anything else? No. I mean, she's a pretty girl. She's not silly bloody sweetie. Get real, darling. Tom Harris takes the title role in the Clayface movie, and I'm into the DC universe now. I'm sorry. I'm actually looking forward to Supergirl. I like this take on her they're doing, right? I like that the DC universe appeals to my daughter. It's a masterclass of how you bring in a female audience without destroying your IP. Genuine, having Superman be, I think, super and masculine, and a hero for little boys, which I think he absolutely is in this movie, is great. But also having his out control mess of a cousin show up, right? And I like the whole story that she's falling apart and a bit of a mess. They just put the posters today, right? And also, by the way, giving her crypto. It's designed to bring in a female audience, but without destroying the IP, right? Share screen there. I was looking for. Again, I'm not I don't know anything about the lore about Supergirl, but I believe there's several different ones you can pull from. This looks fun, and I like the performance of that one. Look out! I think that looks fun. Right, and I think my daughter thinks it looks fun, which is the more important part. Anyway, let's go back to SFX. Bit of Sphinx. Okay, Marvel adding Mystery full release in 2028. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Kaiju Crisis. Godzilla destroys the Marvel universe. Not really that interested. What's this? Stranger Things coming back. It's going to be on, I think, November. And they just dropped the teaser trailer for it. I don't really know anything about it. That's the trouble. I think I've got to do a big rewatch. That's a lot to rewatch. Maybe I'll do a full Stranger Things rewatch between now and November. All right. What's this? Omega Factor on stage. Okay. No. Stranger Things continues with a six episode fifth season. So there's again. Look, first episode I thought was good of season 3. I thought I'd hate it. They put Doctor Who out for tender for animation, and the word on street is for the main show. So tonight, Miller starts it. Paul Bitley in the Vision series. The only reason I'm giving that a moment's thought is because Terry Matalas, and I really should check out. What's the movie that he adapted in the TV show? Terry Gilliam movie. 12 Monkeys. I really should check that out. Netflix on Rise Cinematic Cross Land of the Lost. I think it's a good idea. Curse of Chuck is Summer. If you've done well. Summer Count is Mike Flanagan's TV adaptation of the Stephen King of Carrie. Katie Sackhoff, Matthew Lillard, and Heather Graham are also set to start. I love Katie Sackhoff. Put in anything, I'm always happy. DC Studios take a Miss America, an animated series run by comic writer Tom King. Tom King, finally, his time has come. Oh, man, what a white piece of shit. Caitlin Devers Abby to lead the last season, the third season of The Last of Us. Will they get rid of everybody? Which one's Abby? Wait. She was the didn't she the one who killed off Joel? I can't remember. So 20% animated spin-off Stranger Things, Tales from 85 to be set between seasons 2 and 3 of the live action. See, I really should check it out. We do a big rewatch. I like Stranger Things. Probably the episodes are long, right? Yeah, this is a good cover. I'm sorry, that is a very good cover. Cliff Weston doing himself proud there, if I may say so. Speed Racer, by the way, I like the Matrix guys Speed Racer movie. That was like a really inventive, interesting movie. Not one movie I'll go back to and watch often, but good. Movie is available digitally on the 28th. Don't care, don't going to see it. Okay, don't care. I'm going to see this. Peter David, R.I.P. Peter David. It is. It's a real shame. He did just so much great stuff. So many great Star Trek books as well. It's a shame. It is a shame. Yeah. So Alien. I think we when we get closer, I might do. We might go over this whole feature. Like she's supposed to be kind of a hybrid human android. I think Timothy Oliphant looks very good in it. Aesthetically, it's spot on. Noah Hawley is a good storyteller. So I'm excited. When is it set? When is Noah Hawley's Alien TV show set? Set around takes around 2 years before the events of the original Alien film and 16 years after Alien Covenant. Okay, so it's fitting in after that. Oh man, I just wish they had done that last. I mean, you always still can, I guess. So not interested. Either Wakanda, don't care. Yeah. Look, this is over, mate. Leave us alone. What's it? Drive Angry. Buckle yourselves. Buckle your seatbelt. Anthony Mackie is back as John Doe, the amazing milkman in Twisted Metal. The video game adaptation that's about to shift gear for season 2. I didn't know it was season 1. What channel is it on? Paramount Plus. Well, okay. I hope it's good. But who's in that? Who's that? That guy look familiar. Andy Carrigan. I'm sure I've seen him something else. Who's that? I don't know if they've seen anything else, but she looks reasonably hot. Patty Guggenheim. No, don't know who she is. She was in Brooklyn 99. And I have no idea. I know we did last summer. Not interested in it, even on a nostalgic level. Go away. Look, I'm going to get free rent and free food and free dental and a free car. Here I come, England. Yeah, you better black up a little bit before you come in, is all I can say. Writer-director Zach Greger follows the surprise hit Barbarian with an epic twisted horror event movie. Meet the man behind Weapons, which could be the scariest film of the year. Okay, well, so far only you said that. Okay, it looks reasonably scary. What's this? Demon Days. The Philippou brothers get emotional and terrifying with Bring Her Back. Man, is this all? Who's calling me out? Now my son's calling me. It's always busy. Hello? Hi, what's up? Okay. Okay. I'm in the middle of a live stream right now. I'll look at it. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. But I got this hard drive up here. I want to get to you. Okay, fine. We'll work it. Send them with me. I'll look in for you. Okay. Hey. Okay. No problem. Bye. What's the name of this company? Okay, just an aside. My son just finished the army like a week or so ago. His mother-in-law is selling a house, and they had to clean. The garden was a mess, so he like really like stripped it down, cleaned it. But there was a realtor who was there, and he said who was like what my son was doing. He said, "Yeah, I got a ton of clients for you." All right, and so he came up with a good name. Yeah, it's called Clean Cut. That's a better logo. Fine. Hey, one second. Let me send a message. They're both pretty good. Tell you what, we need to talk about what exactly you're going to be using it for, like on a business card or something. I think right now the second one looks the best, but okay, leave it with me. Let me play around with it for you tomorrow. Okay. We'll need to talk about what you're going to be using it for, but leave it with me. Let me play around with it tomorrow. Anyway, Clean Cut. That's his. Basically, he's like, cheap slipper gardener kind of guy. What is this movie? Demo Days. SFX will bring her back. It makes the YouTube sensation turned filmmakers. I have no idea who they are. I'm just old and out of it. Okay, I don't know. So it's in the cinemas from August 1st. Back to the Upside Down. Okay, so I am looking forward to Stranger Things. I can't really remember all the twists and turns, but I enjoyed it all the way through. And I think it stays steadily good. And I liked how the latest season became like their own mini movies. Did they say when it's coming back? I think it's in like... here is it. The fifth and final Stranger Things will be released on Netflix in 3 parts: November 26th, December 25th, and New Year's. Oh, that's cool. So I'll maybe we'll do a rewatch as we get up to that. I have to map it out and see how many and how long the episodes are. But I think that might maybe where to go. The Howling. Howling was kind of a mediocre movie. I hate to tell you. There were better vampire movies coming out at the time. It's Gareth Brown. Don't know who he is. He's a writer. He wrote that book. Okay. Jurassic Park Rebirth. 3.5 stars. Really? They must be paying you. I don't know. And 28 years later, it must be woke. Right? It's always a side. Are they paying you or is it woke? It'll get an extra star. For the film's best sequence, David Kopp adapts the T-Rex river raft scene from Michael Crichton's 1990 novel. Well, there you go. If you've read that novel, you know what to expect. If you don't, you won't. Elio, yeah. Does it have? Is it about white people? No. It must be made by Disney then. Yeah, it must be. Megan 2.0. Didn't see Megan 1.0. Man, these are really cool, but then I saw how much they are. Scar for Life. But I like the very look-in-y type cover. They're £25 each. They're £25, £20. Yeah, £25 or £20. So it's £70 for the full set of 3. Right, but it looks pretty cool. It does look cool. Ironheart. How did you give that 3.5 stars? Right? It was. I got through the first 2 episodes and I hated every second of it. Right? And genuinely, like nails on a chalkboard, hated it. Hated it. Squid Game season 3. Haven't seen season 1 and 2. The Institute. No, never heard of it. It's on MGM streaming. I've never heard of it. Abuse Super Kicks and Stephen King's Mega Mix. Okay. Walking Dead season. I keep saying they keep doing more Walking Dead stuff. Couldn't care less. Quatermass. Oh man, these are both out on Blu-ray now, aren't they? Quatermass Experiment and the Quatermass and Quatermass 2. My favorite is Quatermass in the Pit. I hate to say this. Well, look at that. Legend of Nigel Neal. 2-part documentary spread across 40 box sets, 43 minutes each. I bet that's nice. Oh, I bet that's good. Oh, I want this set. How much is this? Oh, yeah. In fact, let's look at Amazon. Amazon. We'll do co.uk. Professor Quatermass. Is this it? Blu-ray. Can I do Blu-ray? Well, this is 4K. It's Quatermass 2, Quatermass Experiment. Okay, can I do it here? Let me do this by New Arrivals. So that's not it. Man, they're $66 each. It's not, but it's a nice package. Look at this. I mean, yeah, listen, it looks gorgeous on your shelf. What's it? What's this? Enemy from Space? Wait, wasn't that the name of it? Here, let's see what's. Do they say what's in the package? Quatermass 2. Number of this. No, it's just the this is Quatermass 2. Man, it does look gorgeous. But I can't really follow what's in it here. We'll go to Blu-ray.com. Quatermass. I'm probably going to buy the new Superman movie. Quatermass. Wait, which is the new one? Is this a new one? No. Okay. No, 2014. It's not even there. Okay, so what's this one here? Oh, I just wish I knew what they had on the bloody what came in the disc. 4 discs. I guess it's 4K Blu-ray from Poland. Okay, whatever. I guess we're not gonna know. But these look very nice. The Stuff. Kind of remember that 85. Kind of remember, man. I do remember it. I just have no idea what this is about. Species. Oh yes, I remember. I remember when Natasha Henstridge was in South Park, and they credited her as the chick from Species, right? The Banished, hopefully Mosa Wokery. None of this is make me go, ooh, I got to check this out. 7 Deaths in a Cat's Eye. I remember that. I think I saw that on TV late at night. Death of a Unicorn. That actually looked quite good, but I missed it. Minecraft movie. No, thank you. Until Dawn. That's just the title of the book of How the Rabbi Makes Love. As long as Dawn is like 3 or 4 minutes after we start, and then we're pretty good. Right. Oh, this looks nice. I want this book. Godzilla, the First 70 Years. Oh, that looks awesome. Okay, how much is that? I want that. Fine, we'll look at you. Godzilla. The First 70 Years. Oh, £53. Oh, $53. I was saying £53, a bit too much. Oh, man, that is a gorgeous book. Oh. Godzilla. Yeah, that looks awesome. I think I'm going to have to treat myself to that. That does look awesome. Yeah, that's hours of fun reading. It really is. Oh, man. Objects of Desire. That's what you used to call this section. Keanu Reeves and China Melville wrote a book together. I guess that's for him to turn into a... See, again, Keanu Reeves I got a lot of respect for. That he put himself with a really good author, China Melville, to put out his... what's the word I'm looking for? His franchise. His IP. Yeah, to develop his IP is very smart. Again, I'm gutted that Zack Snyder didn't do the same thing with Rebel Moon. Right? Absolutely gutted. Would have been way better had he done that. Man, I feel bad. This range is dead. Right? I mean, everything in Doctor Who is dead. This range of Target books is dead. You know, this needs an ongoing series to support it. No one's interested. There is no ongoing series. Couldn't support a TV show. I doubt you can support a book series. Oh man! Like, and when they're going to stop having the Ncuti Gatwa as a Doctor in Doctor Who magazine in the comic strip? I don't know. Aliens vs Avengers. Feels like it's been done a lot before. Absolute Green Lantern. Who's doing that? Al Ewing. Okay. Universal Monsters, The Mummy. They keep trying to do something with that, and they keep failing. Dune Awakening. Oh no. I really tried that Dune miniseries, that TV show they did on HBO Max, and I got through the first episode. And went, this is, mindless drivel. Right? It's so beneath what should be the Dune IP, and yeah, I think this is just going to destroy Big Finish. And I said it when they first started it. It is, because whenever I go to the Big Finish website, I'm like, oh, fuck off. I see the Dr. Ruth stuff, everything. I'm just like, okay. I mean, like, I don't think you can keep fans of Doctor Who prior to 2017 with the fans of Doctor Who post 2017. I just don't think you can do it. 2001, a board game. Well, that's okay, kind of wild. I like this new feature in 1977. A bit of look in. And then Wednesday's coming back. I would have liked that show, but if it was about the Addams family, not about Wednesday. Well, she was very good in it. So is this a worthwhile issue of SFX? It's not a bad one as it happens, I have to tell you. The bulk of the stuff that's covering is horror, which I'm just not that interested in. But there's, you know what? I mean, how much do you pay for that? That's the question. I mean, how much is a subscription? But let's look up how much an SFX subscription is. SFX. Oh, there it is. It is. No. I don't see how much it is. Okay, for a dollar for £1.23, it's fine. Right, for £1.23, it's fine. It's from that, blimey. So you can put, like, even at $2.50, it's fine. Yeah. Okay, that was a pretty reasonable issue. Can't argue with you there. Anyway, man, I am late. I am behind. Let us get to the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Doink. Doink. There you go, Billy. Great piece of AI for this week. I mean, she maintains the features quite well in this one. It's going to be a trip of a lifetime. Chris Eccleston and Billie Piper are back. Just after the show they launched was bludgeoned to death by queer insanity. Alien Earth is coming and looks good. Yes. I'll slip out box office. It keeps going. It does. Man, it's really doing well. It's going to, before it hits the weekend, it's going to make another 70 million. So I think after its second weekend, it's probably going to do another 90 million. Right? That's a good second week. I'm sorry, go from 120 million to 90 million. that is a good second week. They've done very well, and that's one of the important metrics, right? Doesn't Nick Briggs look? I mean, doesn't Chris Eccles look like Nick Briggs here? Anyway, let's go. Darren Evans, how you doing, Darren? Thank you for joining us. This is Lordy. How you doing? Be sure to check out the Guns That Moses movie trailer. It's only in theaters tomorrow in the US. I'll look at it on Saturday. We're so behind right now. So the head will stay on Amazon. It was fun. It felt like, and only felt it was preaching one like, well, that's good. I mean, again, yeah, the universe is healing. It really is just, it's taking its time. Yeah, I think the Star Trek Starfleet Academy is going to be dire. But I don't know. Look, again, I just watched it, and new episode of Star Trek was quite good. And again, watching it on its own merits, right? So, hopefully. Digital pollution is digital pollution, but I do like your name. Occupant 42 says, overregulation in unions is why it takes so long. Why? What takes long, I wonder? I know. Overregulation unions are normally bad things. Paul Tozen is here. How you doing, Paul Tozen? Are you overregulated? Why do we all think of Superman? What do we all think of Superman? I liked it a lot. I thought it was a fun time at the cinema, and I like being able to have something that I'll be able to see with my grandkids, right? So I'm very, very happy about this. I did think it was good. So 2, 5. Trying to watch Strange New Worlds and you didn't like it. Well, that's fair enough. If it's not for you, it's not for you, baby. Cannot argue with you. Yeah, so I was trying to get my daughter to go and buy me some chopped liver for Sabbath. It's a long story, right, about what that is. Can we get some? I'd love that. I've talked her into weirder things. That is true. Is it? So you're not probably JD seems to be one trick pony. I knew I was going to hate it from the start. I wonder what that was. JG. I don't know. Yeah, Superman's totally worth seeing. I enjoyed it. Quentin Tarantino miniseries focused on the Frankie could be fun and funny. Well, he wanted to do a movie based on a piece of the action, right? So I think if somebody can pitch to him to do a 6-part, you can do a season. We'll do it. We'll make it like you can have the old Desilu logo. We'll do it however you want it. We can have vintage ads in it. I think you've got to have Leonardo DiCaprio in it playing his character from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, playing the bad guy who gets beaten up by Uhura. You can have whatever cast you want, right? Here's what all I'm asking for is a Superman comic book movie with it being it's not woke. It's really not woke. I promise you, I didn't find it woke, and I got a strong woke meter. Catherine Fee is there. How you doing, Catherine Fee? Who else we got here? Jonathan Cox. How you doing, Jonathan Cox? Thank you. This season to end with a cliffhanger. Yeah, we got who could remember? Because who gave a shit? Yeah, exactly. Right, man, they killed that. See, I like the Supergirl stumbling in drunk at the end. I think that was. Honestly, all this is designed to get my daughter to go and join their cinematic universe, right? And I find this a much more interesting and entertaining take on it than the Helen Slater movie, right? I think it just seems fun, right? And I really think it works. So good for them. Pals AI Radio is here doing Pals AI Radio. Now you're confused. 16:58 starts in 32 minutes. Yeah, I'm sorry. I said it wrong. That's my fault. Mazel tov and congratulations to your son and daughter-in-law. Well, they have to squeeze it out first. Paul says it wasn't keen on Romulus. Yeah, it wasn't bad per se. It was just like the same writing as a very average game. It didn't have any innovation in it. That was a real problem. That girl needs a burger. Oh my God, did I have a good burger last night? Holy crap. Drove 40 minutes, right? There's a place called Wings. And they have oh God, it's incredible. It was like keep in mind in Judaism, you kind of meat and milk together and you kind of bacon. So I was quite. Oh, and also, if you eat bread, you've got to do this extra long blessing afterwards. It takes about 5 minutes. It feels like 50, right? It probably takes 2 minutes. It feels like 50, right? It's like 4 or 5 paragraphs of stuff, right? It's not quick. Yeah. So it was special bread that you don't have to say that blessing on. It was a bacon double cheeseburger, as well as a bacon cheeseburger. With real meat, fake bacon. Bacon was made out of lamb, and the cheese was fake. It was incredible. And also got, I went with my younger son and his daughter. Got buffalo wings, which were great, but they also have a blue cheese dip. Now, again, you can't have meat and milk, so I have no idea how they make it. Tasted perfect. And ranch dressing, oh god, it was absolutely fantastic. Place called Wings, right? It was, oh god, it was so good. Last prog that Digital Pollution got of 2000, it was around the 600s. Blimey, that's what, 1982? Where are we up to? Digby Strawbridge today. Digby Strawbridge, thank you for joining us. Roy Batty and Alien? Well, could have been, I guess. I don't think so. They probably were better vampire movies than The Howling. It was a werewolf movie. That's the point. Well, I'm saying it's like spooky wookie, right? I really enjoyed Quatermass on BBC way back. Yeah, I even like the David Tennant, live version. I thought that was really kind of fun. So yeah, and actually we've got a lot to talk about that. Got Mark Gasser say, look, Doctor Who, needs a bit of a break. Absolute DC trade back coming to Amazon next month. Oh, okay. Doom, keep watching the Doom miniseries. It pays off big. Oh god, I really hate that first issue. Right, Doctor Who post 2017. There's been no such thing. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think you can appeal to the fans of people who like Doctor Who post 2017 and the fans who are people who don't like Doctor Who post 17 but like it 1963 to 2017. I don't think you can. I think they're a mutually exclusive group. Right, I think that just having a mention of the post-2017 stuff to the pre-2017 people is like enough. But Helen Slater it was better with Peter O'Toole. Here, one second. We said a message. Doink. Yeah, Peter O'Toole's there. Yeah, no. So look, honestly, I think it looks fun. Although I got to go for a Star Trek thumbnail for Saturday. Who should I do? Tell me in the chat. Which femme fatale would you like in the Star Trek outfit on Saturday's thumbnail? Right? You tell me. I mean, like the standards are Millie Gibson, Sydney Sweeney. Right? For us to see through, maybe. You tell me what you think is the way to go. I think a greater mind needs to grapple with this question. What femme fatale should I have on my thumbnail on Saturday? It's going to be a Star Trek theme one. Billy, you've done us proud, darling. Let me tell you, you've done us proud. Yeah, well, I like you too. But I'm afraid, it's time to go. And it's really disturbing how Chris is looking like Nick Briggs at the back. So you got to go, Billy. Make room because we have another mind who can answer the question: which femme fatale should be in my thumbnail on Saturday night? Star Trek theme one. Who can answer this? It is of course Birmingham the Keys. Dan Hadley, how you doing, sir?
Hello, mates. Which femme fatale? Star Trek related femme fatale? Yeah, I'm well, thank you.
Doesn't need to be Star Trek related.
Oh, okay. You start with the hard questions, you see.
Yeah, because no spoilers. I've done I haven't even done a spoiler review. No spoilers. I watched the first episode of Strangely World season 3 today.
Oh, was it black?
Yeah, well, I saw it was black. I thought, okay, I got to watch it. I hated season 2, so I expected to really not like this and be irritated with it. Perfectly entertaining. 47 minutes of TV.
Oh, cool.
That felt like Star Trek. Right, actually,
there were some good episodes in the second season.
No, there wasn't. The whole season was awful.
I thought there was a couple of decent ones, but just not anywhere near.
Now I got to pull up a Star Trek episode guide. 1 second.
You don't expect me to remember them after 2 years, do you? I just remember it.
I can remember the episodes from the first season, right? Because because I like the standalone one.
The first season was really good.
First season was really good. Fine.
Even
so
Bowles Trek enjoyed season 1.
Right. So again, perfectly entertaining. It was like it wasn't trying to do cinematic Star Trek either. It was trying to. It felt like a conclusion of a 2-parter season finale. Right. It didn't feel like it was trying to be more than it was, which I think was a big failing of season 2. And also,
I'm still wrestling with your femme fatale question.
Well, yes. Well, you wrestle with those femme fatales as long as you like. Broken Circle and oh god, I don't even remember this. That was the big action adventure one, wasn't it?
I don't remember any of them in terms of the titles. To be honest, I've always been the same with Star Trek titles. I think they're largely very, very poor. Even in the 90s, there's more that are memorable in that, peak performance and all that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, right.
Schizoid Man. There are certain ones, but they've never been
well.
great
The
at
ones
episodes.
that jump out as awful. The Hegemony was again. It didn't really work. Subspace Rhapsody, the musical one, was painful. Under the Cloak of War was that wasn't good either. It was overly dramatized. Those Old Scientists. That was
that was terrible.
Exactly. Lost in Translation, I don't remember. Charades, I don't remember. Among the Lotus Seeds, I think one of them was good. Like, Tomorrow. That was the only one that seemed like a Star Trek episode. Ad Astra per Aspera. That was the one where he's getting number 1 or something. I can't remember. Anyway, it was really so. At least I see 10% of season 3, and it was totally watchable. Right, totally watchable. So I take my hat off to it. But I'm like, what should we do first? Should we look at Doctor Who magazine or the many bits of Doctor Who news? Let's do Doctor Who magazine first. Right,
I've got Doctor Who magazine here with me. I've just been to pick it up on my way back from
there. You go. Chris and Billie back on the cover. Like they are the Doctor
it's a great
now.
Cover.
It's a great cover, isn't it? Also, it's an absolutely great cover.
Nice to see
and they look great together
images
as well. I would love to see them do a TV version of this. Like they could, you could write something to explain why he's older. Would he shave his beard? I guess if you let him fire Russell Davis, he'll shave anything.
Yeah, he only has the beard now and again. I think he's beardless again currently, but he's
yeah. I think, but like they really look sick. They got that chemistry, which is what I've always said about Stephen Noonan and Lauren Cornelius. I mean, that's really one of the things that makes that range so good.
The thing is, Chris Eccleston thinks the world of Billie Piper. I get the impression that when she was a little bit younger, she might have wanted to put as much distance between her and him as possible. But of course, now she's older and a bit more water under the bridge.
And he clearly feels like paternal to her, which again, it feels that's a very good doctory vibe coming off this.
Yeah,
right. And it's weird, like now whenever you get anything about it's not the current series, it's like the cancelled series. It feels so like what's that? It feels so dated. Like I just looked over SFX magazine, and they had the new Doctor Who books there. And I was like, it's like you're looking at dead merchandise right there. Like no one's going to be interested in that range at all ever.
Well, the problem remains. It's got the same problem as a brand as it had before the season started, and actually before the previous season too, in that it's completely and utterly irrelevant whether it's screening episodes or not. The public don't. It's not important. That the public can recognize a dead brand when they see one, even if they're not dialed into pop culture in the way that you and I are. It's just something we instinctively know.
So I'm going to be intrigued. I think is the wrong word. Like the two big tent poles of fandom is Doctor Who magazine and Big Finish. I don't know how strong their long-term security is for them either are. Well, I think Doctor Who going down could be like the Titanic taking both these down with it. Which would be sad.
Big Finisher in the healthier. Well, no, actually, I choose my words.
They're really not.
Big Finisher in the better position because they can cut. They can cut their cloth. Doctor Who magazine is a product. It's quite. It's very clear about what it is, what its parameters are, and where. So it's either there. It's either going to exist or it isn't. Whereas Big Finish, they can completely revolutionize their line. And
I guess so. Well, look, Big Finish's value is in its catalog. How they can access that is a different question. But that's where the value is in their back catalog. Anyway, let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, and I do find like the 60th anniversary of Stephen Taylor be a bit like, yeah, it was fine. Yeah, we were 60 years ago. We know the Doctor was 60 years old. Like next month is going to be the 60 years of the Chumberleys or something. Like we can't do this for 60 years.
You could keep going like that indefinitely, and it's something that that I believe that we as content creators should resist. I put together a live stream magazine show, very much in the same principle, and I've just got this instinct about this stuff that people can only take so many anniversaries.
I think so. But Billie Piper again, she looks just delightful here. It makes me want to buy this range because she just looks so like graceful, charming, happy to be there, happy to be involved.
Exactly.
Yeah. Have you ever had the trailer for this?
I have.
Because let me pull this up because I thought the trailer was excellent as well.
I think Billie Piper, obviously, she's never been particularly estranged from it, but I think she's come full circle. And regardless of the stuff that's going on in the TV, I think in her own life,
she loves it. I think
she now feels a part ownership of the franchise, not with us, collectively with us. She just seems to get it.
Yeah.
And I know, I think she's about 41, 42 now. So perhaps she's got to that age where she's being a little more reflective, a bit more time.
Yeah, I mean, certainly when she spoke about being in the season finale as the Doctor for 10 seconds or whatever it's going to be, she was like, no, Doctor Who's such a wonderful part of my life. It's my childhood, right? And she treasures it to a great extent, which is lovely. Anyway, let me play this trailer.
Oh my goodness!
Hello, Mrs. Tyler.
Rose! It's little
and having what's the name of it? Jackie in it? What's her name? Camille Kadori? Great idea. Really, really great idea.
It needs that. It needs that extra voice.
Yeah, no, again, I like that we're getting an extra season somehow put in the middle of season 1, which I think he always needed.
Kevin from 43! Hey, Kev. Been a while. What's wrong?
There's something seriously weird in my dad's old flat. How weird are we talking?
Oh, of course your ears pricked up at that.
From Big Finish Productions, Doctor Who, The Ninth Doctor Adventures, Snare.
So what is it?
No idea. It's not normal, though.
Neon jungle in a bathroom? Yeah, I could have told you that.
I really don't like this place, Marlene. Few more shots and I'll call Kevin. I promise you, this is all completely fine.
So there's an extra door?
But this feels like it fits seamlessly into 2005. Yeah. Right? It just absolutely seamlessly. This is some of the best things I heard them do in a long
Billie
time.
is very good at recapturing
exactly.
that character, isn't she? Just right, considering how many parts she's played in the time in between. And she doesn't, when you hear her speak, she doesn't speak remotely like Rose. Yet it's totally different.
She slipped that character perfectly. And again, like for the pictures in Doctor Who magazine, they're so happy to be in each other's company.
A copy of a door, a mockery of a door. See how it's blurred around the edges?
I set my teeth on edge. I don't like this.
Neither do I, but you still want to see inside, don't you?
What is it?
I'm ignoring the tentacles and focusing on the fact it's gardening. That's nice.
But did it just speak?
Is my mum going to be safe?
I do hope the season's going to have like an arc to it and a big bad, so that it feels like a real traditional Rusty Davis season.
This is why I don't like families involved.
Doctor and the rose that grows. Okay, you're crowding me now.
Oh no.
Mum's going to be mad it's ruined her film night.
I keep telling her that I don't want to watch Titanic. I was there. It was traumatic.
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
Yeah, okay. Good trailer, actually doing its job. I mean, thank God for that. Visit the Black Archives at San Diego Comic-Con, because nobody's there. There is nobody in any form of production showing up in any way, shape, or form Here's a few.
Have you noticed what they've done with this? It's the same installation that was there last year with a different name and some new posters.
They just stuck a different sign on it. Yeah, that's it. Look, again, putting this series out for tender is not commission. Do we have a date for this yet? I think we're coming next.
There's an American date. It's released on January the 6th, 2026. In the States.
No, that's not real. That's when they put down when they don't know the date.
No, I'm talking about the American release. The American release does have a date, apparently.
What's this? When I say Run, the unofficial book that tells the behind-the-scenes stories of the Patrick Townsend's tenure. That sounds good. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great title as well.
Yeah, which...
Candy Jar Press. They're normally quite good.
Yeah.
What? They're putting Mr. Magnus is reading it. Have you ever heard the adaptation of that? Is it John Caution?
Oh no, he's reading the Zygon, the lot.
Yeah,
I think Nicola Bryant is reading.
It's awful. It's one of the. It's cringe-inducing.
I've got the big Finish one.
Yeah. Did you ever listening to it?
Oh God, yeah. It didn't make a great impression on me, I have to say.
It's not very good at all, right? Peter Capaldi wins the prize because he went to Glastonbury and didn't insult all the Jews in the world. So I think that's a prize or not. I don't know.
I said to Sarah, they should have just cut the link to Glastonbury as soon as Peter Capaldi left the stage, realistically looking back.
Yeah, pretty much. Rob Ritchie, we watched this on Jay, who's seen it, who works on a bunch of the animations. But I heard the next animation is rumored to be the Myth Makers, and I'm going, why are they wasting money in this dead, useless technology that doesn't really work anymore? Right, the entire range needs to be redone, frankly. And what's the name? Dynapuff can do it. They can bloody do it.
We're pissing in the wind with this. They're going to carry on now until they're done. I can't remember how many they need to put out now, but somebody's making a few bob out of it.
So this one looks pretty good. Digital looking Dalek Choc's amusing commentary. What more could you ask for? That sounds pretty darn good. I should have got one. Again, I get they just look good together in these pictures. Billie Piper is just glowing. She really is. It's again, they're really happy to be in there acting together by the
delightful.
Right. But yeah, Nick Briggs and Chris Eccleston, you could just exchange their heads. Put the glasses on. It's the same person. Right? It's very strange. Fine. So this just seems like a desperate need to fill column inches. And
how I feel about it is that, and this is something I spoke about again. I was talking to Sarah about it. Is that valuing people as it's one thing for 60 years of Stephen Taylor, but when it comes to Peter Purves, valuing people whilst they're still with us. Big believer in that. When G. Marsh died, I put a tribute for and all that kind of stuff, and I read up on her and I watched some of her old stuff, and it was lovely. But I thought, no, why have I waited until she's died to do this?
Yeah, okay, so you're making a very fair point. Ada Teddy was a good-looking bloke, and a good command. I tell you, have you ever listened to the Massacre? The BBC released it.
Yeah, it was the first. It was the first of those sort of CDs that I ever bought. When they very first started putting them out, and I have to say, it didn't come alive for me at all.
Oh, for me, I loved it. I really came alive for me. That and the Macro Terror.
But what I found is that the stories that didn't work for me as talking books or with the narration, when I got the recons, the loose cannon stuff, it's like, okay, now I get it. Then it worked.
Right. Okay, so nice article. And this is a weird. Actually, I'm going to be intrigued to read this. The fact of fiction of the time. Again, everything they did in this current era was just stupid. That they revealed this TARDIS set before it was on screen in context was the dumbest thing I've ever. Why would you do that? It just destroyed them. So, it actually would have been cool if the first time we saw it was in the episode.
Yeah, they had no idea. Looking back, they had no idea what they were doing.
How do you screw up to that level? It's beyond me. Right? What's this? So this is about the recording of it. It just seems to be they're like squeezing blood out of stone at this point. Like, how many pages is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now boom, I'm looking at the Jodie stuff again. That's how I feel like whenever I go to Big Finish website. Like everywhere I look, I'm seeing something that irritates me. It's not worth the effort to go there, Big Finish.
So I've tried to get to a place with all of that where, as I say, the fact that it isn't for me doesn't mean that it shouldn't exist, and just be happy to let the people who do want it, both of them, enjoy it.
No.
But they do keep shoving it under my nose.
Disappointed. Okay. It can exist as long as there's a sign that says this isn't Doctor Who. Stop pretending it is, and it's not going to be Doctor Who because the people who liked it, the Jodie fans are all gone. I don't know who's buying this.
There's very few remnants of them kicking around. You do see one now and again.
Yeah,
but most people obsess about
buying
other things.
Out of, to prove they weren't wrong, right? And they were. And again, this was such an embarrassing, stupid idea. A monster that they made that somehow looked like one from when they were a kid. I don't even. It's like so many plot holes in this stupidity. So this is what I mean about it being sad that this is a dead range, because this is the new artist for it. So they're trying to create a visual identity, but like it's dead. Okay, it's a dead range. No one's coming back to it.
They got the right idea with that stuff, but it's like you said, it doesn't really matter what they do because the IP is redundant and irrelevant.
Well, okay, you have to do something like what New Adventures did, what Virgin did with the franchise or the IP, I should say, and then do something tailored to the audience that will buy it, right? Which I hate to tell you is older men. Right, it's old gammons, as they say, like us. Where they say don't say the N word, but they can call us whatever they want, right?
Yeah. I'm going to say As soon as anybody, when they use that word, when Shooty Cat used that word,
all the bloody time.
I wasn't able to look at him in the same light. What I would do again with the BBC books, they've just got it all completely wrong. I think that they'd probably sell. I know there are people who are collecting those Target books, but they're collecting them to have them rather than read them. Oh, exactly. more Target books. Oh, I've got all the others from when I was a kid. Oh, I've got to get these, and I'll never read them. So they're totems.
I think that we're in a much darker place now than we were in the first Wilderness years. In that, when Doctor Who finished, there was an appetite for what they were doing on screen to continue.
Yes.
And they could use that, and they did it in the Doctor Who magazine comics. The Doctor 8 stuff went in one direction. They did it in the Virgin New Adventures, right? But if you're going to do a Doctor Who book range, a continuing Doctor Who book range, who's your Doctor now? Like, where do you even start? I don't know. I really don't know what you do.
Because weirdly, in 1989. The show, despite not being tremendously popular, it was still relevant somehow. It's odd when you look back. It was relevant. It was. Yeah.
How could this have failed? Like
and those three actors are going to conventions in as those characters, like they got signings and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, I tell you, if that 15 minutes of fame should be over by now. Okay, you are right. This is a nice cover. They made a nice look for it. The parent show that it was supposed to be based on just imploded.
They've waited far, far too late. If they'd have kicked off that target line properly restarted the second wave in 2013 at the 50th anniversary, rather than put out a load of reprints, they would have, they could have really been onto something by now. But most people, I look at that range, I think, why would I bother buying those? The reason why I bought the Target books when I was a kid is simply because I couldn't watch the stories.
Right, exactly.
And that's nothing against the standard of them.
The reason why you bought the New Adventures because you wanted the story to continue.
Precisely.
Right? Yeah.
If I want to experience Tooth and Claw or the Fires of Pompeii, I go and get out my DVD. I'll go and read a book. You know, so people will not read them. And
right. Well, you know, if you look at things like Remembrance of the Daleks or Curse of Fenric, those Target novelizations, they were the first ones that really came out when the video range was going strong, and you could just
and he bloody knew as well, didn't he? What's his
name?
And
they did a good job, didn't they?
Nigel
really
Robinson
expanded it.
Exactly. Nigel Robinson realised that they were fucked unless they did something with that book line. So he went to the authors and said, "Okay, the page count used to be 115 pages. You've got an extra 20 pages. Bring in some stuff." You know, so he knew. What are they going to do now? What have they done now? From what I understand, a lot of the books, you know, they're allowed to a degree of creativity, but to the point where the stories are unrecognizable in some cases. And I say people don't buy them.
Okay, if I was given control of the Doctor Who franchise in this wilderness year, say we're not making a TV show, right? But you are in charge of the marketing of it. I would do something similar to what Star Wars did with Shadows of the Empire and do a relaunch without a series, like everything apart from the series. I would have
tried that. I think that's why you and I got quite excited when Time Lord Victorious was announced.
Yeah,
exactly. You know, if they were doing that now, or maybe not now, but say in a year, 18 months, when the dust has settled a little bit, it might have done some lifting for the brand. It might have resuscitated things a little. It would have been a good sort of like licking your finger and putting it up in the air to see which way the wind's blowing. It would, but putting it out when they did, it was just baffling.
Actually, no, okay. You know what I would do? I would do across all the media, all the brands. I would have a new Doctor. I would have Big Finish do launch the range as well. You would have the Doctor in the comic strips. They have Doctor Who books, and have it be unified with a clear creative vision of moving forward. I think that's basically your only option. What year is this one? 1992. I was gone by then. By 92, I was in rabbinic seminary. Although I did read this book then.
By 92 was the year the Tomb of the Cybermen was returned, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yes. I remember that. With a I thought that cover was a photo, but apparently Alistair Pearson just copied the photo. So I saw you guys did a stream about this thing, Bookish, the other day. When does it start?
It started yesterday in Britain.
Have you seen the first episode?
I haven't. No, it's because I haven't got a TV license. It's behind a paywall. But I think it drops on their streaming platform in the not too distant future. And it's going to be on PBS Masterpiece internationally, right. So there will be other places to see it. But I can't watch
it's not like genre.
I don't think so, but as I say, I haven't seen it.
Look, Mark Gatiss and Matthew Sweet, I think it sounds like it'll be pretty darn good.
Have you seen the trailer? And did you see Sarah and I when we were talking about it?
No.
We played the trailer, and I would recommend you take a look at it and see, even though on the surface it appears to be not genre, there are very clear leanings into stuff like Quatermass.
We'll see. I think I have it here.
I would take a look at the trailer because it's just got a certain ambience about it in the way that
you know what, I do have the trailer. Look at it right here.
What was that series that starred Robert Stevens? It reminds me. Yeah.
What wrong?
My name's Book. Books. You must be here about the job, Jack.
Did they get the set from Good Omens? Looks like they did.
This is Trotty, my wife.
Well, I love her. She's great. She played
is it BT?
Yeah,
is it BT Edney from?
No. She was in the show Rome. Naked Often, Penny Walker, and look.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Hello. Well, they found something in suspicious circumstances.
My favorite kind of circumstances. Start at the beginning, Inspector, and leave nothing out, especially if it's salacious, gory, or vaguely scandalous. Bit of a puzzle.
What exactly is it you do?
I sell books.
Yeah, but that's not all, is it?
So it's like a detective genre. It's genre-ish, yeah, right, yes.
Yeah.
If you like the Pink TARDIS Lolly, that was from Happiness Patrol.
If this is allowed to run and run, and they've commissioned season 2 already, if this is allowed to run and run, he's not going to be able to help himself but to take this closer and further into genre. You watch.
I bet you're right. I bet that'd be glorious, right? I think that'd be really, really fun.
Sorry, thinking.
No clue. We like those.
It's murder.
That's a dirty lie.
Oh, bravo. Haven't heard that one in a while.
How do you help the police exactly, Mr. Brooke?
With the fiddly bits.
Paul McGann's in it.
And we wouldn't want anything to go wrong, now would we?
Quite a lot of angry ladies out there.
You only live once, but if you do...
Oh, I hope this is a hit. This is exactly the kind of quirky, fun, different, weird thing the BBC used to excel at.
Exactly.
Right.
You wonder why didn't the BBC commission this for mainstream television? Maybe because it stars a bloke, a white guy.
Exactly, because they're all got their heads up their bloody asses. Oh, my God.
Who? Shakespeare. Mae West.
Yeah, he seems to be really enjoying this.
Because the new... I mean, this was a straight detective show, as I understand it. They made a new version of Bergerac for their sister channel. Is it called You and Drama?
Yeah,
well, it might have been the guy. One of the guys from Being Human was in it. It was written by Toby Whithouse, and it was supposed to be really good.
Yeah, because Toby Whithouse can write. He should have taken over Doctor Who. Right? Fault Locator. You can't rewrite history. Okay, whatever. Who's doing the art? Alan Bars is writing it. Martin Garrett is doing the art. I'm not really interested in reading Shooty. This is good artwork, actually. This is some of the best artwork they've had in a long time.
I like that image of the Doctor on the left there, strapped to with the ladder sort of running up the panel. That's great.
Yeah, and that's also a gay masturbatory fantasy as well, so it fits in. Much like Shooty. Fact of Fiction is the Web Planet.
A dungeon with Boy George is here.
Exactly. I think it was Lee that told me that Andric Tied Up in Bondage from Castrovalva, big masturbatory fantasy, big gay masturbatory fantasy. I didn't know. Makes sense, however. Fine. So Web Planet. Fine. Audio novel. I really wish I wanted. I'm just struggling to get through Big Finish stuff now. Oh, it's just so sad.
There's far too much of it, as I've said
far
before.
Too much of it, and so
it passes in front of my eyes, and I just see. I mean, at least the covers are better than they were, but it's the same old, and I just feel like I don't know where to. I'll try with the Eccleston and Piper stuff because I want to listen to those, but I've tried with other things. I listen to the things that Stephen's in. I listen to Tim Trelaw's stuff, and I've gone out of my way to listen to the Michael Troughton ones too, and I like them. But I still think the brand, the line needs a massive. I know they only relaunched it a couple of years ago, but they seem to have got mired in the same problems again.
The relaunch didn't address the fundamental problem, which is they're woke. And woke's very unpopular.
Well, yeah, you're quite.
And that's really the bottom line. So look, I mean, I can illegally download any of these very easily. And if it's something that most things I'm not sure, I normally do that now before I buy it because I don't trust them. Like I did that with the Hooklight, right? And but here's the thing, I couldn't get past the second episode. I was like, I'm not interested. So it's just they're not sucking me in. I'm like shooting out. What's this? The John Pertwee collection?
Not sucking you in, but they're blowing you out.
Yes. So Big Finish vinyl. Oh man, I wish I had vinyl, like a record player. I don't know
this stuff is beautiful, but I can guarantee the bulk of people who buy those never even open them. Never mind play them.
And again, if only this wasn't shit. It must hurt those cells on those as well. So you got
Again,
this I'm looking forward to.
If you think about it, most items of Doctor Who merchandise, with the exception of, funnily enough, with Doctor Who magazine and Big Finish, the physical CDs, every other item of merchandise are books that no one reads, records that people don't play. They are tokens to say that you've got them. And that's fine up to a point. And I can imagine it can sustain some brands, but it can't carry on indefinitely.
Well, again, the brand is in desperate need of direction. It needs it needs like a Steve Cole. Remember Steve Cole in the 90s? When he took over?
He had a really, I wouldn't describe Steve Cole as a visionary, but he had a modest vision for what could be accomplished with really, by today's standards, very, very little, and made it seem like the franchise was okay, not particularly relevant because it wasn't on, but
alive.
That it was alive and it was heading in the right direction.
And like it did things like they republished the Virgin New Adventures with Daryl Joyce doing the artwork to illustrate, and it was gorgeous, like Lung Barrow. It really did a good job.
Yeah.
Ace, what's it? I don't know anything about something about River Song. I don't really care. Ace has just kind of got more irritating as time has gone on now. And again, this is why I'm not buying it. Nina Millins, I guess she's one of the writers. I was keen to show a gentler side of the Doctor, have Perry have it, and give Perry a chance to take the lead. I'm not interested. That's all I bloody see from the Sixth Doctor.
I was keen to make it not remotely like the Sixth Doctor's actual TV.
Exactly. And this with the recent release of new novelizations and the impending conclusion of the Target audiobooks range, editor Steve Cole picks highlights across the years. Why are they ending the Target audiobook range?
They've run out of books to adapt, I suppose. There probably has been quite a lot.
So do original then. I guess Big Finish does that.
Well, it would be a mercy. Probably a mercy for them.
Probably would. And they do original books on tape. So coming out,
they do, and a lot of them. Well, several of them have been great. You know, I'm not just saying this, but Will Hadcroft, I know he's a mate of mine. I'm not.
But you know what?
It both brilliant.
The first one he did, it's the only one I listened to. It's very, very good. So this is heading back to the 70s. Let's forget the current era forever. Apparently, I don't think it'd be any mention of it whatsoever. No, and like, why big? This must cost you a lot of money. It probably costs you a lot of goodwill as well. Oh God, they're so stupid.
They're more closely aligned than ever, aren't they? DWM and Big Finish. They need one another, I think.
They do. But so this is just the last thing I wanted to do. I got a bunch of stuff I didn't get to, of course. 20 years after it's come back, it's time to rest. Is it time to rest Doctor Who? Mark Gaddis thinks so. What's his in recent interview with Prospect Magazine said he's been back for 20 years, which is an awful long time, almost as long as the original run. That's pretty spectacular. So maybe it's time for another rest. You know, he's saying what we're all thinking, right? The show needs a reboot. Bottom line,
Mark Gates is nearly 60 years old, and whilst I don't think that means that people become sort of different people as such, I think they probably speak a little more freely, and that's going to be the focal point of our discussion on Type 40 Live tonight. The bulk of the show, in fact, will be given over to Mark Gatiss, a series of comments that he's made over the last 10 days, and we'll be looking at each of them and having a roundtable discussion about everything that comes with it. So yeah, if you can be there from 8 p.m. on the Type 40 channel on YouTube and Rumble, you're going to get a proper roundtable discussion with a good bunch of panelists. So
as you always get. But again, I think the only way forward right now is to have one united creative vision. But although truth is, they may turn around on August 12th and say, "Yep, we signed with Amazon. With Doctor Who coming back 2026, Christmas 2026, starring."
Everything can change like that.
It really can. I mean, it really, 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 genuinely can. Right? Nobody has any idea. And again, I'm just perplexed that I like Star Trek this season of Strange New World. I just like, my brain can't cope with this backwards and forwards. Really, it's an emotional roller coaster. By the way,
things could be different for pretty much anything relatively easily. I mean, can you imagine, right? You remember the last season of Doctor Who?
Yes.
How fit for purpose the well was, how enjoyable, roundly enjoyable that was. You know, barring the odd little niggle of whatever. Generally speaking, it looked and felt and sounded like Doctor Who and gave you that feeling. All they had to do was to do that another 7 times. That's all. They could have done it just like that.
You still got the drag factor of shooting at work. I mean, he was just.
He was in that. Look, and he even shooting. That was so well put together. Even he was good in it. And all
He
they
wasn't
had to
good
do.
in it. He wasn't noticeably bad.
Oh, I disagree. I think he was
think
good.
The story was good. I think it was entertaining. I think it was scary. But he just. Yeah, he's like a stop clock. If he's in something that isn't awful, it's just like, you know, twice a day.
Oh yeah, it was largely down to the work of the people around him that he came out of it so well. But I think if all they really had to do, they don't have to make 13 or 20 like the American shows used to. They only have to make 8 of those every 18 months. That's all.
And they couldn't do that. So a franchise, I would say, that's doing the exact opposite right now. Right, doing really well, especially in bringing in a female demographic, but without betraying its core ethic, is Superman. Right, DC, I think is knocking out the park. Because look, frankly, you put crypto inside my daughter. When my daughter sees Superman, she's going to see. They just put this out for the poster for Supergirl. I had zero interest in seeing Supergirl until Millie Alcock. Like, what?
You didn't? Until
Zero.
You're aware that Millie Alcock is super hot.
I am, but I've just like zero interest in the story. I had no interest. I knew nothing about it. And then she came in like kind of like hungover and drunk at the end of Superman, and Superdog was like friendly with her and cute. My daughter is going to be like, oh fuck! I enjoyed seeing Superman. This is designed to bring in a young female demographic, right? And I think it's going to do just that. And once
with Jason Momoa in it playing Globo and the various other people they've got in it, this stands a chance of being just as roundly pleasing as the Superman film was.
I think this is going to be a more surprising hit. Right?
You know, Tom King wrote the mini series, the maxi series. This was based.
Yes.
And, you know, Tom King's a bit of a prick, but he has been successful. He's had several successful projects. Usually, they're the ones that are finite. Anything that he's on for 3 or 4 years, like he's currently making a proper hash of Wonder Woman. Anything that he's on for an extended period of time, he completely fucks it up.
Right.
Look what he did to Wally West and Flash. But when it came to the Supergirl series, it was a 12-issue maxi series telling a finite story. And it's really good. It's not particularly original, but it's lots of fun. It's got its own flavor. It's beautifully illustrated, and it gives you a side to the character that you would never see before. I've been reading Supergirl comics since the early 80s. If they can translate that to this movie, and obviously I would imagine that Gunn will be effectively script editing all of this stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure.
There's every reason to have just as much optimism for this film.
I'm enjoying what James Gunn's doing with the DC universe, both like the underside of it and the upper side of it. Now we're on the upper side of it. So the story is she's a mess in this movie, right? And she said it's like look out instead of look up. I like that a lot. Something else I showed you earlier today, which I really like, got my nostalgia vibes out. This is a great set. Warlords of Atlantis, the people that time forgot, and the land that time forgot, and Atlas. I've seen all of those and loved all of those.
I would love these. I think they're quite expensive, this range, but I would. I looked at all of them because I think they're putting out 4 box sets. I'll have to ask Matt Pott about this because he buys a lot of imprint stuff.
Right.
But the fact they've used the proper artwork from back in the day, it all looks like it belongs together. You know, they're not the best films in the world, but they're so much fun. They remind me of rainy Sunday afternoons watching BBC.
Okay, here's a reason why digital media, why physical media is on the ropes. It is becoming a boutique thing. I had Superman vibes, and I want to watch more Superman. Right. So what am I going to watch? I can't watch this Christopher Reeve stuff again. Right. I can't watch like the Zack Snyder's. Like, maybe I've seen it a bit too much. I tried watching the Superman Returns, And I came to the conclusion you just need to AI Christopher Reeve over Brandon Roth, especially the costume, right? Because they write it as like Christopher Reeve. They need to just do that, and then somehow find a way of editing out the Superboy subplot, and it'll be okay. But
I don't think you can get much better than that 90s Superman spin-off from the Batman animated series. I know
that's what I was going to say. So so I was like, let's go for the Superman animated series. I looked on Apple. You can buy a box set of the entire 4 seasons, $25. Brilliant. I was like, okay, that's dope. 100%, I will buy that. Yeah. And you get it in 4K and it upgrades. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to illegally download it now, so I have my own copy, right? In case they ever take it off their service. But as I said, when the upgrade from 4K to whatever the next thing is, automatically. That's why physical media is on the ropes, in my opinion. But because most people won't have the foresight to illegally download it, so that they own it. Right. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up. You're on in 1 hour, one of your Earth hours in 4 minutes. I believe.
1 hour, yes. I've got to get myself fed and watered, and I'll see some of you there. I hope from 8 o'clock there in the live chat. Come and have your say about what Mark Gatiss has been saying and various other people as well. So we've got a bit of a catch up coming on, and a packed panel too. So come and join the fun later. Type 40 Live with a big who from 8 p.m.
Okay, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to hit the end broadcast button. I'm going to wrap up and say good night, good luck, and may your God walk with you. Hit the end broadcast button, hit it again, and the